Hi, Gabby.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm okay, thank you. And you?
I am great. Thank you. Okay, Gabby. So today we have to finish with the uh, speaking skill. So let me see the PDF. I, I was I couldn't find it. So give me a second. Okay, I have here. Okay, no, I couldn't find. Do you have the PDF, Gabby?
Yes, I will resend to you.
Okay, please. Okay, so let me share it. Okay, so let's start with the questions.
Okay.
Um, First question that we have next is okay. So the first question about preferences. Would you prefer to go out to dinner or stay at home?
Okay. It's there time time how can I say this una limit time of limit no limit of time or it's free.
Yeah. Sorry, one more time.
For the question,
Yeah.
it's because yesterday you said that we need to talk like 5 minutes or something like that.
This,
So is there a limit of time or it's free?
no, in this case, we're gonna do like free questions because these are open questions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think first of all, I think it depends on the situations about on the occasion and the situations. Uh, I always love to stay at home because I really enjoy to read. Honestly, I'm tired the 70% of the time. So I always prefer to stay at home. But if there's a special person or maybe a special occasion, I think it's good to go to dinner for that. But I prefer stay at home. Um, yes, I think that's it.
Okay. Okay, okay. Do you know how to cook?
No.
No. So what happened in that case? Would you prefer to go out to dinner or what do you do?
Okay. Well, I don't do dinner because I am in a diet. But if I'm very hungry, yes, I think I could go out for dinner. But there's always the chance to. There's always the delivery option. So I think I only go out for dinner in some extraordinary occasions, but it's not a preference.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Okay, so uh that's nice. What about cooking? Would you like to learn or you prefer not? And why?
Um, I I need to say that it depends in the occasion too, because okay, I'm going to sound very repetitive, but I would like to learn Chinese, Japanese, and Korean food. But other things I prefer not to. I'm not really interested.
Okay. What is your favorite food, Gabby?
Korean food. I really, really love that.
One dish? A special dish, maybe?
Uh, yes. Ramen and bibimbap are my favorite dishes.
Okay, great. Interesting. Okay, okay. And if you had the opportunity to know how to cook, would you like to learn those dishes?
Yes, yes. I would actually enjoy to learn that, and I was learning, but I only make ramen once, and I didn't have time to make bibimbap, but I'm going to try.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so nice. About the other question. Mm, what about it is about preferences too?
Mhm.
What would you prefer? Or what is better for you? Maybe to stay to take essays, exam, or multiple choices exams. What do you think? It's better to have options or not?
I think not. And I have I have experiences in university when professor put some of these questions about multiple choice.
Mhm.
There always the possibility to discuss with the professor, and sometimes if you can support your opinion, uh, i- and it happened. Maybe you are right, and the professor just close in one word that maybe have a, I don't know, a synonym, and he put it in the test, but it was okay too. So I think it's not very good, but in some cases, I think it's okay. But I'm not. I know I'm not. Oh my god. It's not a preference. I prefer is say exam questions because you can demonstrate uh, your your knowledge on the topic, and I always like uh, to write everything in my test, and I think it's better because um, you can talk about everything, and there is, well, if like no it's not close like the other kind of questions. It's more open, or it's opener, but so you can explain yourself, and there is no chance to, how can I say, uh to discuss this with your professor, like I was explained. um if you are wrong with that question, you can discuss about that. Well, I think that's it.
Mm. Okay, okay. So you prefer to express your own idea.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Okay, okay, okay. Now, what do you think about to be married before or after age of 30?
Okay. I think that that's getting married after Terry, it's okay. I think it's preferable than getting married before that age. Why? Because I think when you are 30, you are more mature, you are responsible, and in in the majority of cases, you have um, economic wealth, maybe. So you can build a family uh, without be concerned about that. But if you get married by, I don't know, 20s, I think you're not even know the world. You don't even, maybe, I don't know, you you don't have the you don't have experience, or maybe yes, and I think getting married at 30s or even more. I would prefer that people get married at, I don't know, 35 maybe, because that's when you that's that period of life. It's when you have all the of the characteristics uh to form a family in a better way. That's my opinion.
Okay. What about you? What age do you think you could get married?
I think yes, 33, like a minimum,
Hmm,
and 35 maybe.
okay. Okay, great. Now, okay. Okay, about preferences again. What do you
Mhm.
prefer to do you prefer to take a trip or do you prefer to take a trip by plane or
Mhm.
by train?
I think it depends in the on the occasion too. When you are going, I don't know, maybe overseas, of course, or maybe to another country, it's always better to have a trip in an airplane, because you can travel fast and you're not going to waste your time. So I think it's better that way. But if you're going, I don't know, maybe in a intercity trip, or maybe to a country that it's not so far away from the place you are, or maybe if the trip is going to be beautiful, like when you go to Machu Picchu and you need to go from the first little town to the other little town that it's down from Machu Picchu. I think it's very beautiful because you can enjoy the beauty of the trip. But just in that cases, I always prefer to have a trip in airplane.
Okay. Okay. Now, would you prefer to live in a big city or in a small town? And why?
Okay, I always prefer to live in a big city because I think there is more choices to have fun. I always enjoy to go to museums and art exhibits, and I think a big city can give you those activities, and of course, cultural activities too. But in a small town, I think there is not a plenty of choices. So I prefer that, and I always prefer maybe the fast life. Like here, I always enjoy when it's like 7 p.m. and all people is moving, and there are many many cars and everything. I don't know. I enjoy that moving. In a small town, I think it could be boring.
Okay, okay, okay. Perfect. So, what would you change in the cities if you are not comfortable? If you're comfortable, what would you improve?
Mm, I always I always have to put Seoul, the capital from South Korea, like an example. I think La Paz, it's not a big city, but it's a not the capital, but I don't know how can I say this government where the government is. And I think it would be awesome if we could have the characteristics of Seoul, like cameras everywhere, and it's secure a secure city because there are no thieves thieves
Mhm.
uh there are no this kind of dangerous situations, and of course the Wi-Fi. Here you can to pay or you have to eat at some place to have Wi-Fi, but uh, there in Seoul there is always Wi-Fi in like everywhere, in public transportation, in even in squares. So I think it could be great, and for other cities too. I don't know, from first experience how are I maybe Paris or London, but I didn't hear that kind of security like Seoul, for example. And another thing is maybe yes. For example, here in La Paz, I would love that maybe the the major can put or maybe do some cultural activities, not only Paris, but maybe I don't know, more museums, more art exhibits or something like that. I think it would be great. What else? Oh, of course, the public transportation. I think in every big city that is a problem. Sometime I was a long time ago. I was in Lima, Peru, and I think it was awful because at 7 p.m. or something like that, you can find public transportation, and I think it would be great. I don't know, maybe some more I don't know, a subway, of course, if the city it's allowed to that, or maybe more bus stops. But I think I could do that.
Okay. Okay, perfect. Do you know Seoul?
No, it's my dream, but I always read about that.
Ah, nice, really nice. So, do you have maybe some plans to go there?
Yes, that's the reason why I am taking the TOEFL tests, because I want to win an scholarship to go to South Korea, and one of the requirements for that was the TOEFL test.
Yeah.
And if everything goes fine, maybe I'm going to know Seoul in July or in August.
Oh, nice, really nice. Oh, perfect. Great, yeah. So, okay. Mm, well, now, okay. The other question. What do you think about studying? Is it better for you to study alone or to study with friends?
Mm, I think it's better to study alone because I can concentrate more and I have the schedule maybe disorganized because I can't study, I don't know, at 5 p.m. or in the morning. I always prefer to study like 10 p.m. or at noon because I think it's more silent. But I think it's a good activity when you finish a study alone, maybe at the next day, to have a feedback with your partners. I used to do that in the university. I studied the night before the test, and 1 hour before the test, we used to share our ideas, but like knowing the topic, the questions of the exam or something like that, maybe the lessons we have during the year. But in first place, I would say it's better to study alone, and then you can have a group study. Mhm.
Okay. Okay. Perfect. Now, what do you think about working in groups? Do you think it's better or not?
Mm, okay, I hate working in
Why?
groups. I don't know. In the university, I didn't like it because I don't know, when the professor says that you have to do, I don't know, your group with some students that are not, I don't know, are not your friends, and it's annoying because some people doesn't like to be at the university, and they never do the task. So you finish doing everything by yourself, and they receive grades because of your effort. And I think that's very annoying. I didn't like it. And well, even with my friends, because sometimes I think there are conformist, no, I don't know, lazy people that, okay, it's getting used to the situation that you do everything, or maybe you assign task and they are okay, that's the only thing I'm gonna do, and I'm not gonna do anything, and you have to, I don't know, you have to do everything. Of course, it's the grades that they are going to receive everything, even when they don't do anything for win that. And in job, it's awful too because this kind of people that always be like, okay, okay, I'm not going I'm not going to do my best. um and in work, I think some people is bad because it's not like in the university when you make friendship, um when you make friendships, and you know that people from, well, we are young in that part of life, but in work it's like if something goes bad, they can accuse you, or maybe they can make the bad things, and it's going to be your fault, or maybe they are not going to do everything and it's going to be your fault too. Well, it depends, but I don't like to work in group.
Okay. Did you have some bad experience?
In the university, yes. For example, on the most hard maybe was when where we were a group of 6 friends, and I always like to do my best because I have a grade to maintain. uh so I always have the hard part doing, I don't know, homework maybe, or a practice work. And I have a friend, I have one friend, two friends from that group that helped me, but there were the two other ones, or three, that never do anything. They always wait for us to give their parts, or maybe help them with their parts on the work, or maybe there was control C, control V, and that's it.
Mm,
And then when I started work when I was like in my senior year from the university, and I expect some help from them because I was doing do activities in my life. But yeah, and I didn't do anything in one homework, I remember, even when I do everything before. In this one, I couldn't. Uh, and I was expecting like help, like I do before, years before, but they give me, they say no. They say like, okay, Gabriela didn't do anything, and we are going to expel her from the group. So it was like, oh my god, I help you, and you don't do that to me. So I it was a bad experience.
okay, okay, okay. Okay, so it's impossible for you to work in group.
Yes, yes, it's impossible.
Okay, okay, okay. Great. So, what about the other question? Okay, okay, okay. Oh, let's get this. What do you prefer? Do you prefer to be in large classes or small classes?
Mm, I don't understand, like large classes of
Like,
time, or
of time, not for hours.
like a year or a semester.
Yes, like that.
Okay, I prefer semester. I think in a year you can forget many things, and I think it's tiring to repeat everything in one year. Oh, at least for my experience, I did my career from semesters, and I remember that we have class with in 3 days. Like, I don't know, maybe civil law was from Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and that kind of um repeat uh makes you can remember more, because I was reading the pensum of university. How can I say this? University San Andres, maybe, and
Yes.
um, like in a year they only have, I don't know, one class of or two classes of civil law in Monday and in Friday. And I think that that is space of time, that time lapses, that um yes, that lapses, it's not good because you're not always thinking about that. But I don't know, maybe some people prefer the other way.
Okay, okay, okay. Perfect. Now, what about, okay, 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 okay. Okay, that was okay, this is enough. Okay, what do you prefer, what do you think about, um, for example, so many people used to say that having children after 30, it is impossible because it could have complications in the moment of birth. What do you think about it? What do you think about nowadays? Is it correct not to have children, or it is bad, a bad decision?
Uh, okay. I'm always going to think that having a child before 30 it's like a teenage birth, teenage pregnant. Because I think when you're in your 20s, you are not capable to give the child like the better conditions. I know maybe you can work, but I think by your 30s you have saved some money, maybe you have an apartment, or maybe your husband, if you're married, I don't know. You have yes, the house. You can decide about what school are you going to uh put your child, or something like that. I don't know, maybe you can afford health insurance, uh these kind of situations. And maybe in your 20s, I think it's very difficult, and I didn't see it actually. For example, I have many partners, many friends, even in the university, that have their children at, I don't know, maybe 20, 21, but they they were at university, and they doesn't worry, they weren't working, and it was difficult because I don't know, they have to go to the university with their child, and I think it's a little uncomfortable, because my mom, I don't know, my mom used to be so young when she had me, and of course it was a little difficult when she had to take me from home to go to the university. And I think that was the situations with the situation with my friends too. But you're telling, even you can afford a nanny maybe, or a babysitter. And I don't think it's dangerous. Of course, I don't know, maybe at 40 or 38, yeah, it could be dangerous. But at 30, 33, or even 35, if you have a good health insurance, or you have good conditions, you can afford a doctor that can stay with you in all the process of pregnancy. uh, and I think it's better at that age, and I don't think it's dangerous. But okay, that's my opinion.
Okay. What
Mhm.
about you? Do you have plans to have children?
Oh no, I don't think so. I really don't enjoy children, so I don't want to have it. Maybe I can think about it when I don't know, at 35, but no, I don't think so. Mhm.
Okay. Okay. So it is not in your plans right now.
No.
Okay. Nice. So, well, with this, we're gonna finish. What do you think about? I don't know if you saw some memes or some comments on the internet or maybe television that it appears the Pope, and the Pope was talking about people from nowadays that they don't like or they are like selfish because they don't want to have children and they prefer pets instead of children. What do you think
Mhm.
about it? Did you hear?
Um, yes, I listened that, and I laugh. Yes,
Yes.
I laugh actually, because I think I really think that people in older generations were irresponsible, because they bring children like, I don't know, like candies. There were families for that have, I don't know, maybe five children, seven children. I they couldn't afford everything, and I don't know why some people from, I don't know, maybe grand grandfathers, or no, how can I say this, yes, the older generations, like from the 60s, or from the 50s, or from the 70s, like for example my my grandfather and my grandmother, that they can't afford everything for their children, but they feel like proud of that. And of course there is the responsibility for the child to make an effort to go to school, or make an effort to go to the university, and they feel proud about that, and I don't think that's correct, because I think if you have a child, you have to know that it's not going to be for a moment. It's going to be for all your life, and give you have uh to provide them the school and the university. It's even in the law. Your parents have to maintain you until you're 25. So it's difficult, and it's not selfish. I think that the world, it's not in the conditions to first I don't know, grow in terms of humanity, because of the environment, the global warm, and that kind of stuff. And now it's even more difficult to have properties. Uh, a long time ago, I know that maybe a house was like. maybe $5,000, and that was it. But now with $5,000 you can do nothing. You have to have for a house, you have to, I don't know, maybe $40,000 minimum. So I think it's for the change of the world actually. And of course, I think if you don't have the emotional prepared to, you shouldn't bring kids to this world because it's difficult. Later, the kids suffer, not you. So I think it was funny.
Yes, yes, okay. Nice, really nice. Okay, perfect. So, yeah, that was the last question.
Okay.
So, great, Gabby. It was okay because now you are using examples, ideas, and that is the
Mhm,
point of these practices. So it
mhm.
was very good.
Okay.
Now, tomorrow we're going to do the, I think it is the reading skills. Okay,
Okay.
so we're gonna read, try to understand, and giving some examples or exercises.
Mhm.
And finally, on Thursday, we're gonna do a listening skill. Okay,
Okay.
so
Mhm.
for tomorrow, only, well, you don't have to study nothing. Tomorrow, I will send you the PDF in
Okay.
order you could get it and you can practice because you are gonna find a lot of new words maybe, but you're
Mhm.
gonna know that it's not impossible to make this reading skill. So we're gonna do like something or some kind of questions that you could find in TOEFL test. Okay?
Okay. Mhm.
Okay, Gabby. So today we're gonna just finish here and okay.
Mm.
Okay, and tomorrow we are going to start with the next skill. Okay, so do you have some questions until here, Gabby?
No, no, it's fine.
Okay, perfect. Great. So you have the PDFs, so you could keep it in order to practice.
Mhm.
Okay, so it's gonna help you. Okay, Gabby. So see you tomorrow. Take care a lot. Bye bye.
Take care a lot too. Bye bye.
Bye.